Hey guys, um, so I'm on my lunch break. I got about 15 minutes. I was just recording a video and my phone like wanted to be dumb and like cut me off. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. But I was just talking about how I wanted to do a genuine like story time and like, an actual video like that I put some time into, because I haven't really been like, I've been kind of posting bullshit, if I'm being honest with myself. I haven't been taking it very serious. But I do see that I do have like some subscribers already, and it's been like a week and a half since I've been actually like doing this. So I appreciate you guys. Keep sharing me, like, subscribe, and we'll just go with the flow. So I was debating on talking about the first person to ever break my heart was my mom, and exactly like what happened, or the first time, well, the time I escaped like almost being sex trafficked. And I was, I've been working all day, like sitting at my desk because it's been a slow day. I'm like, I don't really want to talk about my mom right now. I'm not trying to make this all like emotional and sad. Kind of want to bring some like a little like weird like story time. I got Dutch Bros. It looks like milk, right? Looks like milk. I'm gonna dump it out. I got this. I stopped because it tastes like milk, so I'm gonna dump this cold brew in it before I go back in. So I kind of decided on talking. I was watching story times because I'm trying to like, figure out how to do them, because I feel like I ramble a lot. So I'm like, stay focused, don't get distracted, talk about one subject at a time. And this girl was talking about how she almost got kidnapped in an Uber driver. So I was like, that's a sign. Let me just talk about this story where I like escaped sex trafficking. It's a very serious subject. I'm not trying to make a joke. The way I deal with trauma is laughter. So like when serious things happen, I'll start laughing, like, or I'll smile. When I'm angry, like I'll start smiling. Like that's just how I handle. So if I'm laughing during the story, don't come at me. That's just how I deal with shit. I've been through a lot of shit, so I laugh. Nothing phases me no more. I just laugh. It's like, bet. Like that's what we're doing now. So yeah, so I want to talk about it. So I was like 13, running around. Me and my mom, I had a very straight, like, we went through it. I was partying. She let me out the house at a very young age, where I, had access and had to grow up a lot faster and went through a lot more things than I should have been, because I shouldn't have been out on the street and as like a 12-year-old girl. So I had to go through a lot of things because of that. And that led me to go into like a partying phase, at a young age, and, try a lot of different drugs. And I ended up in this little like house, like where it was just a party house. And one day they like were trying to cut me off because I guess I was acting a fool, but really I got upset because of something else. So they were like, no, just go home, like cool down. Me and this girl were gonna get into an argument. So we kind of split up. They took her this way, they took me this way, and I stayed, like, I was with like the older, it was like a party house, but like the parents party with you too. So I went with the mom and the mom's friend. So the mom's like 50 and the friend was like 34. And I've always been like an old soul. I've always clicked with like older people. I don't really hang out with people my age, really, and if I do, we usually end up bumping heads or we don't click. But so they separated us. They told me to go home. Obviously they all know the situation. I'm not taking my ass home. Like, I don't fuck, like, I was not living at my house at that time because of my stepdad and just shit with my mom, and I was not fucking with them. Like, I was not staying there. So they said that they were gonna take me home. We ended up at this house, this random house, and usually when you're in the mix like that, they bring around the same people and you get to know everyone, like who's who. Very rarely do new people pop up, and if they do, they come to you, you don't go to their house. So So I thought it was already kind of strange that we ended up at these guys' houses. They didn't speak barely any English. It was two Mexican guys. I honestly don't even remember the drive because I was so fucking drunk and fucked up. And I was still pissed off. Like, I just got in an argument. Like, you know, people were siding with her. I had to leave the house. So, like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, fuck all of you guys. Like, the fuck? Nobody wants to have my back. It's good. So I'm gonna keep drinking and keep getting fucked up. So, like, the two guys, they were older, you know, so they were kind of kicking it with who I was with, because I'm, like, young. I'm, like, barely a teenager. I'm just, like, you know, chilling. And then they're like, oh, you want to get a room? And at this time, I was like, well, are you taking me home first? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm not trying to just chill here where you guys all, like, fucking fuck. Like, take me home then. Like, just take me home. Fuck it. I'll deal with whatever later. Yeah, that shit's gross. But, I'm hella picky when it comes to my coffee. Like, that shit's strong and dark. No, but, so they're like, well, do you want to go to the room? And I was like, fuck it, like, whatever. Like, because they were kind of making it seem like they'll get us a room, even though in my head, like, that doesn't make sense now that I'm, like, grown. But, like, back then, I'm just like, yeah, hotel, let's go. Fucking Motel 6. Fucking, when I tell you, I'm just a dumb bitch. I used to be a gullible bitch. Like, I'm surprised I'm not dead. I'm surprised I've survived half the shit I've survived. And that's all God. Like, God has had his hand on my life, my whole life, or else I would have been dead. But, so we end up at this hotel, and, there's another guy there. So now there's 3 guys, and my coworker's pulling up. Oh, she doesn't try to talk to me. But, so now there's 3 guys, and, I don't want to keep talking. No, she's cool. Fuck it. So now there's 3 guys in the hotel, and all of them are like Mexican. Like, they look like they just hopped the border, like, dead ass. Like, I'm Mexican, so I'm not being racist, but like, that's how they look. They barely speak English. One of the girls, not the mom, but the other girl that I was with, she kind of spoke Spanish, and like, we were all kicking it, smoking and drinking, and like, I'm just like, whatever, like, not really fucking with it, but I'm just like, whatever, I'm here for the ride. And so she tells me that one of the guys is like, oh, if you go in the bathroom with him, he'll give you like some money. And I was like, what the fuck? And I think it was like a very low amount. It had to be like $30 or $40. And I was like, the fuck? No, like, no, I'm not doing that either way. Even if it was hella money, I'm not about to sell my ass. Like, I'm not about that life. Even at that age, I was like, nope, 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 nope. That's where I like draw the fucking line. No, I'll sell somebody's ass, but I'm not selling my own. No, but so right when that happened, I got the fuck. I went outside because I was pissed off. I was like, that's disrespectful as fuck. Like, the fuck? No. Like, why would you even ask me that shit? Like, when they came to you, you should have shut that shit down. Like, you're supposed to be like the older, like, whatever, like, watching my back, and you're over here like trying to pimp me out. Nope, I don't think so. So I went outside, and one of the guys like followed me out there. Wasn't the guy that wanted to like be in the bathroom, and he like started like kind of chatting it up with me. I think he could tell I was irritated, but I also know he was like drunk as fuck, and I think like an angel like went into his body, because he just started like pouring his guts out. Because I don't even know what really drew me to ask this question. Like, my cousin was running around and partying, and I kind of made the connection that they were from the same group. She kind of got like kidnapped really by like a gorilla type pimp. So I kind of got that vibe, and I was like, oh, do you know so and so? Like, I haven't seen her in a while, blah 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 blah. And he's like, yeah, I know her, she's at the farm. And I was like, the farm? What do you mean the farm? And he's like, yeah, where we have all the girls, like all the girls. He's like, that's where we take them, and we drug them all up. And he's like, we have them in rooms, like just girls in rooms. He's like, that's where we keep all the girls at the farm. And my heart like sunk part of me, because I'm like, where the fuck is my cousin? Part of me is like, I'm fucking in this situation. So I was like, what the fuck? And he like said it like with so much like ease. Like, I don't know if it was like a heads up or he was just like that sick fuck was like, yeah, the farm, like where we're about to take you, bitch. Like, do you not know what's about to go down? So I don't know what possessed him to tell me about that, but I instantly went into fight or flight. I busted into the motel room. The girl I was with was face down in the bed, like knocked out. Like they had to have drugged her, or because she did not drink that much. She didn't really drink because she like is an upper person. She likes upper drugs. She doesn't like drinking like that really. And I've never seen her in my life that fucked up. And the guy was like literally beginning to pull her pants down while she was knocked out on the bed. And he saw me, and I just looked at him like, the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And I was like, get the fuck up. And then he started pulling his pants out and backed up, and I like got on her. I was like, wake the fuck up. Like, where are the car keys? Where are the car keys? Get the fuck up. And she was like, get the fuck off me. Like, she got mad at me. I was like, bitch, I'm trying to help you. You're about to get raped. Like, get the fuck up. Where are the keys? And she's like a grown woman, like 50 years old, heavy set, like meth head, big bulky bitch. So I'm like, bitch, get the fuck up. And I'm like barely 13. I'm 5 foot. Like I'm little as fuck. So like she was not moving, and at that time I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. And meanwhile, while this was going on, my mom was in the background. Like, me and my mom have our hard times, but we are connected. Like, I'm an only child, and me and her like this, like I got my mom. Like I'm like her like fucking knight in shining armor. I almost said like Captain Save-A-Ho, but really. So like when like, and we're very intuitive, so she like can sense when I'm having a bad day or something's going on like bad. She can sense that shit. So she was calling the group that I was supposed to be with, because they told her that they were going to take me home. So she was kind of like, all right, like I'm expecting her home. Like she knew I was doing my thing, but like usually when I said I was coming home, she'd be like, all right, like you're going to be here. I expect to see you. Like at least like you're okay. Because she knew I was running around. And so meanwhile, she was like calling them and being like, just tell me where my daughter's at. Just please just tell me. Like, I don't care what you guys are doing. I don't care anything. I just want to know where she's at so I can go get her. So I guess eventually she talked them into like giving them the name of the hotel we were at. And she called the hotel and was like, look, you have a minor in that room. Like, you need to get her out. I'm going to call the cops. Like, you need to get her the fuck out of there. Like, she's with a bunch of adults. Like, you have a minor. Like, what is going on? And it's a Motel 6. Like, they didn't really give a fuck. Like, they didn't care. They're like, click, bye. Like, you can come down here, but we don't have the right to go into nobody's room. So meanwhile, that was all happening while I'm like going through this. I had angels working back there too, like trying to find me. So she was not budging. So I just booked it. The other girl that we were with, this is how I know it was a fucking setup. That girl was nowhere to be fucking found. She was gone. The mom was knocked out in the bed, drugged, about to get raped. I was like alone. I booked it, went downstairs, jumped in the car that we drove in. And more angels. Like, God is all over me, dude. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm in the car. I didn't have the keys. I was in shock, panic. I'm like, I don't know how to jump start a car. Here comes a couple, and I'm like, they like see that I'm stressed out. I didn't even approach them. It was like a younger couple, and they're like, hey, like, what's up? And I was like, this and this. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm trying to get away from these guys. Like, da 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 da. And I probably was like so frantic. The guy fucking jump started the car, but the wheel like was locked. So he's like, keep hitting this like plastic part and it'll like budge and you'll be able to drive. So the car was started, but like I couldn't turn the wheel, so I was still kind of stuck. So I was just like banging on the little plastic part of the because they left. They just jump started the car and left. So that was like an angel like trying to help me. I get like, because still you gotta remember it's a Motel 6. Like, they don't know who I am, so I understand like them just helping real quick and dipping out. So I was like banging on the fucking thing trying to get the wheel to unlock, and here comes a cop car pulling up, and I'm like, fuck, because I have no idea. Like, my mom knows where I'm at and trying to find me. Like, I'm just like, fuck, I look like I'm trying to steal a fucking car right now. Like, this looks hella bad. And like, he shines a light, and I'm like, I had a pocket knife. I always carry a pocket knife, and I just gave him my pocket knife, and he like put me in the backseat of his car. And here comes, pulling up is my mom, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Because I didn't even know like she knew what was going on, because at this time I like didn't even talk. Like, I'm just like, you know, I'm just sitting in the back of the cop car. I'm just like, whatever, fuck it, like I don't care. I'm just glad I'm like away from that whole situation. And I think I did tell them like, go check on my friend, like she's upstairs. And I don't really know what happened with that. I know she was okay. She's dead now, but rest in peace. But she was okay then. And then so my mom like got me out the cop car, kind of explained like what went down. Like, she's been on the phone with everyone trying to track me down, trying to get me out of that hotel. And like, I don't know, I can't explain like intuition or like what could have happened in that situation. I could have been like abused. Like, I don't know if they just saw that I was so young and they just didn't have it in them to do something to me so young. Because like I said, I'm an old soul, but like I think I have like a certain like way about me that makes people kind of like be like, fuck, we can't fucking do this to her, we can't fuck her over, because I'm genuine. Like, you can't, like I said, I'm God's people. Like, I'm an angel, so like people can't do me wrong. Like, I'm protected. So I go home. I just knocked the fuck out. My mom said that I was like blacked out, talking hella crazy, like went split personality, was telling her crazy ass shit. I think I was so stressed and traumatized, like almost walking in to my friend being raped and being told that like there's a farm of girls, and like just being in the presence of those types of people was just so fucking much. And as a kid, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm just trying to get the fuck out of there. And these are people that were supposed to keep me safe. Like, I trusted these people. Like, I've been running around with these people for a while now. So to feel like they set me up, like, my head was just going in 20 different miles. And so it was just all bad. So the next morning we woke up and like, you know, I just talked to my mom and we like left it at that. There wasn't much we could do. And these motherfuckers had the nerve to fucking come up and try to get money for the car. I was like, I was trying to escape for my fucking life, that you motherfuckers set me up, taking me to the hotel. Like, you guys were supposed to take me home, ending me up at a hotel with all this bullshit. Like, I'm not paying you guys shit for that fucking car. Fuck off. So after that, we all kind of fell off, and I like stopped fucking with them for a good minute. So that's the time like I escaped like sex trafficking, and God, like that really made me believe like even more in God. Like, that situation could have been so much worse. Like I said, it's very serious. It's real, and it's everywhere. That shit is everywhere. That's why I don't go nowhere. I don't trust nobody. I carry a fucking knife, carry a taser, carry everything on me at all times. And it's fucked up, because you know, it's not just women, it's men too, it's kids, it's everyone. They will sell anyone, anything, any body part. So just be safe, be cautious, be aware of your surroundings, and don't trust motherfuckers. But that's my story. I made it out because I had people watching over me and caring about me. Even though, you know, you might have yourself in bad situations, just make sure that one person, you know, knows your location. I have my location shared with my cousin. When we go with, you know, guys or friends or new people, we fucking send the license plate of who we're getting in the car with. Like, just have that one person that knows where you're at, that you trust, you know? Because you don't know motherfuckers. Like, nowadays, people disappear and they're gone forever. Forever. Never to be found again. And it's unfortunate. And I pray for all those souls that, you know, disappeared. And didn't get away from that situation that I almost got into. But that's my story. Took it a little bit serious on this one. I gotta go. I went over my lunch, but I don't give a fuck. So yeah, thanks. Enjoy. Bye.